My name is Alder. My pronouns are they, them, theirs. This is a new name. I'll tell you why I changed it in my piece, Naming Myself. Once, my name was a secret. I held it close to my heart, as if it were a newborn. The softness of its still-forming skull, like the softness of my still-forming identity, malleable in the palms of cupped hands, vulnerable to the crushing force of a careless world. And by careless, I mean a world that couldn't care less about a trans person finding their way out of cisness, about a trans person naming themselves as such, about a trans person naming themselves. I've gone by every name for me but my own: girl, woman, daughter, model student, model minority, reserved, quiet, shy, silent. I let them call me names, beginning with the first, on the day of my birth, that announced who I was supposed to be. And even though it was given to me, I felt it was someone else's. Back then, I had a name that misled. If it had misled you into thinking you knew me, misled you into thinking of me as that soft-skulled baby, misled you into thinking of me as a girl, I couldn't have blamed you. It misled me too. The name told me I was a girl. The name told me I wouldn't outgrow that baby. The name let me answer the question, who are you? So that I never had to answer the hardest of questions. Who am I? Mathematicians debate whether math is discovered or invented. They invented an I, called it imaginary, yet saw its real ripples in the realm of real numbers. And didn't we do the same? Invent an imagined I, discover how the way we see ourselves shapes the way we be ourselves. They invented a name for zero, a name for infinity, and only in naming what already existed could zero take its place in equations. Could infinity be approached? Could they interact, become part of math? I'm saying I already existed. But I had to invent a name for myself to discover how I fit into the equation, how I could interact, how I could belong. Changing a name is not like peeling off a name tag and sticking on a new one. It's not like exchanging the waist-length wig for the chin-length bob, not like wearing fewer dresses or higher heels or fewer florals or bolder brows, unless a new self comes out with each of those changes, unless you come out through each of those changes. And then, changing a name is just like that. How do I know a different name means a different self? I changed my name and no one recognized me. I put on a new name like the perfect wig, and that difference hid the sameness of my face. I look like me, I thought, and that's exactly why I wasn't recognized. While my name was a secret, I referred to myself one way. Everyone else referred to me another. I saw one self. Everyone else saw another. I hadn't been seen before. I hadn't been known before, least of all by me. And how do you name what you don't know? I was an unknown. But we give unknowns names too. Call that variable X. We can name it without knowing it, name it without pinning it down. That's the way I knew myself. Just enough to name, not enough to pin down, like a butterfly in a glass case. Besides, I was never a caterpillar turned butterfly anyway. My transformation wasn't a matter of developing, it was a matter of delving within. If anything, I was a flower turned fig, a clam turned pearl. A butterfly returned to the chrysalis and reemerged a monarch, returned and reemerged an emperor moth, returned and reemerged, decked out in royal new colors, because we're not limited to one transformation. Changing my name once doesn't mean I can't change it again and again and again. Who I am is an ongoing discovery, but who I am is no secret. I can tell you who I am. I've named myself. My name is Alder. Thank you.